Alrighty guys, we're going back to some more Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Last episode, we made it to a brand new continent right over here to the southwest of the map. We ended up finding out about a battle between the shield bearers and sword bearers, which is part of the empire or the duchy of Edea's country. And we decided to help them in their fight. And as soon as we did, we saw a brand new sub-scenario open up back where we came from. And so in this episode, we are going to start with completing that sub-scenario. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by August, so it'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. So, first thing we're going to do, like always, is we're going to go check our village. Got a bunch of new things completed. We had discussed, that's a cool sounding new katana. Hopefully I'll get a katana user soon. We were talking about in the last episode how we're officially to the point where things, even with assigning like all 26 of my villagers to it, are still taking over an hour. So unfortunately, it's looking like we're only going to be able to do like one every two-ish episodes. And even like special moves right here, you can see that takes almost 4 hours with every person assigned to it. So I think for now I'm going to focus on the weapons. I think their weapons and armor are probably the most beneficial at the moment. So we'll be able to do those weapons probably at the end of the next episode. I'll make sure at least by the end of the next episode we're able to complete those and get some more assigned. And so we're just going to head south now. We want to go back to the ship that we came to this continent on in order to start our next sub-scenario for a job that I'm very excited about. We will be using it very briefly, at least for this chapter, which is one of the reasons I'm excited to try out some new things. Let's go ahead and examine the Deathstalker and then have everyone else default here. Probably, yeah, it's just going to be weak to water, and it's an insect or a bug. Love that firewall in Edea. I keep forgetting. Oh my gosh. Okay. I keep forgetting that she can do that. Let's go ahead and Bug Slayer the Deathstalkers, and then let's just see if I can wait this out. We'll see if Edea can do enough damage here. Let's go ahead and Blizzara your sword, followed by a stomp on this one, stomp on this one, and then we'll just choose this top one. We'll see what... I should have played Tiz a little bit better, yeah, because he crits. Should have played him a little bit better just so I could have decided who he was going to attack. But I think that's a pretty good setup right there, hitting each of those bugs one time, because Edea should be able to clean both of them up. And we're going to see barely not enough. Left him at 700. So I think a single Fyra could be enough to get rid of this guy. Yes, it is. 60 JP. Wow. This is a really solid spot to grind JP in this portion of the game, especially if you can get multiple of those bugs to appear with the pheromones. Ringabel learns Black Resonance. Now he can just have that even if he's not a Black Mage, which is really, really solid. Let's see. I kind of want to switch Ringabel off of that now. Let's go check his abilities real quick. He does get Black Magic level 4, which is Drain a Spear and Fear. He needs 800 job points. I think I'm going to just briefly switch him to a Red Mage here. Yeah, we'll switch him to a Red Mage. He won't be on this forever, but we do want to start grabbing some of these support abilities, so... Go ahead and switch this back over to Black Mage here. We're going to keep all of this stuff on. Is there anything better I could get here? Not really, because I'm not using Friendship. I can give him Black Resonance. That's not bad, but unfortunately, On Yes doesn't have it, or I'd be able to... That might be worth getting on Yes. Getting it on Yes. We'll give him Silence Immunity, though. And then... For On Yes, I might want to do the same thing. Let me go check out her job. Time Age needs 3,500. That's going to be so long before we get it. What's her White Mage looking like? Yeah, I might try to go for level 9. It's either that or I throw her on Red Mage as well, just to get her this MP 20% up. I think I will. I think I'll keep both of them here for just a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw her to Red Mage, go to Abilities, and let's make sure she has White Magic turned on, and this is probably honestly pretty good. As for their weapons, though, it's going to be best to give them swords, but I think I'm just going to keep it like this. I could go give them the like Rod Master and Staff Master, but I'm not going to have either one on Red Mage for very long. So let's just go ahead and progress a little bit.
What do you make of that ship?
I have no idea. Oh, you're back.
Has something happened?
Oh, we've just been seeing a mysterious ship pass by us in this harbor ever since the Civil War started.
It gives me the creeps. It's an old sailing ship that's falling to pieces. It always shows up on foggy nights.
Has it tried to harm you?
No, it's just an eerie sight to see. We sometimes hear screams coming from it as well.
Screams?
Well, not exactly screams, more like really loud muttering. You can hear it even when the ship is way off in the distance.
It says something like, "No, no, not here." Perhaps they're looking for something?
When do you see this ship?
The last time was a night about 2 weeks ago. It always sails across the eastern end of this harbor from north to south.
That's a little hint for us. We'll go ahead and view the party chat real quick. The 4 shield bearer warriors. Say, Zats, I met Steiner over at Central Command.
So that wily fox yet lives, huh? He was always the brains of the 4 warriors of the shield bearers. How's he doing?
Good. He's been moving up in the world while we've been hiding out here. He was clad in some magnificent armor. It was really shiny, and by the look on his face, really uncomfortable.
And Newer? Is she still trying to steal the Commander Goodwin away from his wife?
Didn't see Newer, so who knows. But rumor has it she's battling Steiner for a promotion.
They're fighting to get ahead of one another. That doesn't sound like the 4 warriors we know.
I'd wager scrambling up that ladder of success is a lot more trouble than we could imagine.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever understand the allure. Just order me into the fray to bust some heads. That's all I need.
Well said. Well said indeed. Interesting, I guess you can only view that in this area. Norende's special move parts. There are places in Norende that trade in special moves parts. Oh, right, I've heard of those. You can use those parts to customize your special moves. And what's more, the parts aren't consumed in the process, so you can keep reusing them. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started right now. It seems there are rare attacks, even among special moves. Oh, really? That's news to me. What sort of thing do you mean, Tiz? I mean, staff and rod attacks. They take different parts than all the others, so be sure to try them out. And that's going over the special moves. I think we will do a little bit more of the special moves. I've been meaning to go ahead and adjust these, but I think we'll wait just a little bit longer before we actually do. So let's go ahead and reboard our ship. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to go. I forgot you have to go left there. Yeah, the special moves are something that I do want to get heavy into, but I wanted to get enough special move parts that it matters, and I want to, I want to be able to, like, fully delve into it with the jobs that we're going to have, because as of right now, it's based off the weapon you have, and, like, she's not going to be a red mage, so I don't want to give her sword, I want to give her staff. So, I'm going to drop a save here. Oh, I can't drop a save. I forgot you can't save on the boat. Good thing it, like, automatically saves. What we're doing is we're actually going to be looking for a thing of fog. We're looking for heavy, heavy fog. It can kind of appear randomly here. It's been found to the south of that big ship that we saw. It's been found to the north of it. So, because as the guy said, it runs north to south. So, let's go ahead and just examine this Helldiver, brand new enemy here. 3000 HP, weak to wind, and it's a bird. Or aerial, I'm sorry, wrong family. Ooh, that does a good bit of damage there. Let's go ahead, because it won't matter whatever we're fighting next. Let's go ahead and just Aerial Slayer here. And then, per usual, Edea can go ahead and stomp. I'm actually kind of hoping we can get both of our casters to the next rank in their job. That way I can switch them back. Let's use your normal attack on the Helldiver. I should get rid of him. No, still standing, huh? At 200. Wow. There we go. Exactly enough JP. Well, she learned the MP 20% up, and he learned the MP 20% up, so they both can swap back now. Very unfortunate. I meant to have them on for a little bit longer, but is there anything that they even get anytime soon? Not here. It's not till like level 8, I think. Yeah, not till level 8 that they get anything better, so we'll go ahead and swap them back. I do want to throw her on as the white mage, though. I do want to start leveling that up a little bit more. And then he honestly could stay as a red mage for a little bit longer because black mage just isn't the best for him. And unfortunately, we don't have either of the jobs that he'll be prioritizing. So I guess we'll, we could make him the merchant again. We'll keep going with black mages a little bit longer. And then for your abilities, we'll give you... I'm kind of over summoner now. We'll go ahead and throw merchant back on you. And then for you, we want to make sure this is time mage. Then let's go ahead and give them both the support ability for... Actually, don't need magic attack up anymore because she's going more of a defensive. Oh, it costs 2. Oh. Well, I'm not really using slow parry. I want to remove. Oh, it was Y. I accidentally pressed X. That's what the problem was. Give her MP 20. As for you, I think I could take off White Knight and switch Silence Immunity for this MP 20%, because I think just giving them both better MP is going to be better in the long run here. So, we're going to go ahead and look for this ghost ship. Again, it should be going north to west, or north to south, so we should find it anywhere around here. After a little bit, I probably will just go ahead and find it off camera, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys. We'll give it a shot, see if we can find it before that. Weak to lightning, so that'll be good for us. Go ahead and, what was it? These guys are aquatic. Yep, so go ahead and just target these. And then Edea will be able to Thundara and just stomp them dead. He really does a lot. It is one of the best, like, mob clearing jobs, the Ranger. The place it falls short is on the human side, because they can't deal additional damage to the humans, and that's kind of the problem. Let's see. Again, we're looking for an area of thick fog. It shouldn't be this far north. New enemy type, though. Is that a zombie pirate? Yeah, death pirate. I'm actually curious here. I had mentioned this a long time ago, back when we were in the first area. Ooh, double damage. But usually, if you use a Phoenix down, it can one-shot zombies. So I'm just curious if I use it on Death Pirate, because I do not have Undead yet. I'm curious if that will one-shot the Death Pirate. Honestly, everyone else, let's go ahead and default. Let's see what happens. Yep, insta-kill zombies, or Undead. That's super sick. You saw it didn't even do any damage, because it just one-shot it. Go ahead and do 2 attacks just in case we don't kill, but I'm pretty sure she will. Wow, just barely. Another 30 JP. We are getting a ton of JP even from these monsters. Still look... Oh, I think this is where we need to go. You're just looking for this dark gray fog.
Where did this fog come from?
Look at that!
Is that what I think it is?
It's heading for us! What do we do?
You don't have to board it, but you do join the SS Funky Francesca, and you get an achievement. This is associated with the sub-scenario we're doing, so that's why we're boarding it.
No, don't be so sure. It is haunted by the ghosts of the crew. You mean this is a ghost ship?
A shame that only the souls of men inhabit this place. I'd happily lay the souls of women to rest.
Aha! Guests that yet breathe? A rare honor.
And so you saw who's waiting for us. He's right over there, but we have a couple things we can grab first. Won't actually let me pull up the map, so we might have to wait to defeat him. Nope, right here's 2000 peg. And then right up here in the northeast corner is a Viking axe. So those are the two collectibles you can grab in this area. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and go fight him there. We're going to go ahead and grab this just in case. Order the ghost ship. And then, what were these? Chain special moves. Yes, I totally forgot about those. I'm guessing I cannot save here. No, I can't. So let's just make sure we heal up before we get into this. Good thing I won't really need his... Actually, ooh, I will need his ranger abilities. Let's go ahead and give him a couple ethers. It's not for the... It's for targeting. It's not for anything else. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and talk to the pirate.
Is he alive? Are you the captain of the ship?
Close! I am actually the acting captain. The real captain is right here at my side. But I suppose you can't see him, can you?
So this is a ghost ship.
Welcome to our pirate ship, the SS Funky Francisca. I am Captain Barbarossa, leader of the Black Blades Naval Force.
The Black Blades?
You must be the Wind Vestor and her companion. A pleasure to meet you.
What?
How do you know of us?
I am a ranking member of the Black Blades. Of course I am kept abreast of your comings and goings, Vestal. You have made quite a name for yourselves, in fact. Were you not aware? I have looked forward to meeting you in battle one day. I leave the helm to you, me matey. We'll make this a fair fight. Yarr! Yarr! The ship is coming apart! How clumsy of me to step through the deck.
No ghost is that clumsy. He must be alive.
I am indeed the genuine article, a man in the flesh, though the only one among my crew.
Why the ghost ship?
I sail this ship in search of a certain something, prized by the commander and myself.
A certain something?
You might call it adventure. Surely you don't have to be a man of the sea to know that.
I know what you speak of. A man's soul craves nothing more than the romance of adventure.
Well, aren't you two getting on famously, Ringabel?
Perhaps it is something women and children can never understand. If you think about it rationally, it does seem absurd. But absurd or not, it is adventure I seek. and the years I have spent wandering the seas in folly have shown me many truths.
That's it! The truth!
Now, let us have a little fun. See how you fare against my great axe!
And so, we have our next asterisk fight. So, this shouldn't be too terribly bad. We're going to go ahead and start with an Examine on Barbarossa. And then everyone else will default here. This is another class that relies heavy on, or another enemy. I don't even think it's a class. Another enemy that relies heavy on it. And I just saw he actually has a weakness. Very, very interesting. I wasn't expecting a weakness on an asterisk boss. But you can see there he just used a BP just to get to us. So we'll go ahead and default one more time. He shell split, double damage. Wow, he actually dropped a Ringabel already. It's not too terrible. We'll go ahead and Phoenix down Ringabel here. And then for Edea, we're going to go ahead and use our... we'll go ahead and do Air Splitter. Let's go ahead and Air Splitter. And then we'll go ahead and Thundara our weapon, because I wasn't expecting him to be weak to this. And we can just go ahead and stomp him and deal probably a ton of damage here. I'm hoping... I think somebody else had their command active. Their special up, so I should be able to chain the specials like it was telling me to do. Right there, 23,000. That's insane damage. Yes, it is Tiz who has it available, so we'll go ahead and do a special here. We'll go ahead and do maximum draw. And then for our hunting, we're just going to use target a whole bunch. There's not really anything else we can do here that's going to be beneficial. So let's go ahead and get our white magic ready. Let's go ahead and do Kira on Ringabel twice. And then for Ringabel, we'll actually default one more time. And then Edea, I hate to do this, but I am just going to go ahead and stomp a whole bunch. So right here we get the maximum draw, so our music does change. If you're wondering about the changing of the music tone as well, that song that plays at the start of these asterisk fights keeps getting me in trouble by YouTube, so I'm going to start trying to quiet it down until we get a change in music at least. Ooh, I don't need a Kira twice. I didn't realize that. Totally fine, though. How much health are we at? 1,500, so we've done a ton here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Let's just target 4 times. I know it's not the best decision, but we can also use our... Ooh. I actually won't do that. Let's go ahead and Kira Tiz once. And then Ringabel's going to be able to do a good amount of damage here with his Thundaras as well. What's his BP at? He could go all out if he wants to here, but he's going to MP drain himself, which he is going to go ahead and MP or BP drain himself. 1100 is not great, but not bad either. You can see that's where the unfortunate part with that job comes in, is that it's not going to be able to put out. Ooh, I was worried about Ringabel there. It's not going to be able to put out the kind of damage that other jobs can do. I also, just because we have that one quest, is it a Phoenix down and then a potion? I think it's Phoenix down and then it wants me to use a potion right after that, so I guess we'll do that. It's either Phoenix down and cure or Phoenix down and potion, but we do get an extra chance here. I will just go ahead and use rejuvenation on everybody. Unfortunately, we lost the ooh. No. Oh my gosh.
Stop here.
This is such a waste of a rejuvenation too. Wow. And it's always unfortunate when this happens because they don't gain they don't gain anything when they're down. Like, they're gonna still have -2 BP even when I get them up. The good thing is he is got a 2-turn BP drain, so we're in a decent spot here. Let's go ahead and Phoenix down Edea, same exact plan, followed by Kira on Edea, and then Ringabel, default. It's the one downside of losing your BP, is this stuff right here. Like, he could just take out my whole team if he wanted to. Wow, I got incredibly lucky there. Now he is BP drained himself, and he only has 6,000 HP left. We might be able to just kill right here. Go ahead and do targeting. And then on yes, you need to throw 2 Curas. You need to throw 1 at Edea and 1 at Ringabel. Ringabel, though, if Edea can't finish this off, you'll be able to. Because Edea can do the Thundara, followed by the Stomps on Barbarossa here. So a little bit of a tougher fight because he can leave himself open to attacks to kill you when you leave yourself open to attacks. But overall, not too terrible. He doesn't like having any crazy gimmicks. Just does a good amount of damage to you if you leave yourself open. 360 JP and 3,000 XP. That's a level up for everyone but Edea, I believe. Yep, Tiz gains a level, Ringabel gains a level, and Agnès gains a level. Edea is only like 80 XP away, so I'm not too worried about that. As for our jobs, I don't think... Oh, the White Mage got one. Oh, because it was at 400. I see. You get Abate Water from that one. And a Bacchus's Wine. And just like usual, you got the Pirate Asterisk. The Pirate affects enemy attributes with immensely powerful physical attacks. It has the highest physical attack in the game, and it favors axes. Its specialty is Adrenaline Rush, and its job command is Piracy. Its stat affinities is S rank in Strength and B rank in both Vitality and HP. It favors axes. I believe this is our first job that actually has an S rank in axes. It has a D rank in or an A rank in shields, however, D rank in both helm and armor. So if you have a heavy armor user, it's actually not the best for them.
You and your allies have bested me, Windvestal. Such power. Forgive me, Suleiman. Commander, it seems my time is up.
And so, that's our new asterisk. Oh, this is so cool. He becomes a ghost pirate. Gahaha. That's so cool. He joins the rest of his crew as a ghost pirate. We did complete that tutorial quest, which is... Oh, no. It was... I didn't do a Phoenix down into regular potion. I did Phoenix down into a high potion. We'll be able to get that next time. It honestly might just be worth fighting a regular enemy and having somebody go down, because that's going to be terrible to do on a boss. I guess I could line it up where I potion, then Cura after that, but it'll be a little bit harder. So, our new job. The Pirate. The thing the Pirate does is it actually is really good at giving debuffs to the enemy. So you'll see a couple things here. Deals 2 times the damage. Just straight up deals 2 times the damage and takes 64 MP. So while it doesn't really use the BP that the other jobs do, it actually uses MP to do effects. You have Provoke, which raises your chance of being targeted. Shell Split, deal the same damage as a conventional attack to one target, and for 4 turns, lower the physical defense of that enemy. You have Shell Strip, which does the same for magical defense, Shin Smash, which does the same for speed, and you can kind of see where this is going. Raise physical attack by 50% and continue making conventional attacks for 6 turns. And it also has the highest physical attack up, I believe, in the game. Defang, from what I've seen, is very, very powerful as well. Deal the same target damage, but for 4 turns lowers the target's physical attack. Late game physical attack is very, very strong, so it's really good. But you can see here, the whole effect of the Pirate is it does crazy damage and debuffs the enemy. Like, just straight up debuffs them. Everything you do debuffs, except for double damage. So very, very strong. If you're going to use it, go ahead and throw it on one of your physical characters. Mine are Edea and Tiz. And while this won't be a permanent job, this is going to be a very good job to pick up at least double damage from. This is one of the highest skills you can get in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Pirate on Edea here. Tiz will get a different job later in this chapter, but for now we're going to go ahead and give it to Edea. The one downside is I actually need to use an axe now. So you can see if I two-hand this Viking axe, though, it is going to go up to 191 damage. I believe my strength. It doesn't affect my strength at all, so we'll go ahead and throw the Viking axe on her. Nobody else really needs anything else. So the only other thing is this armor. This armor is actually bad to wear. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Viking coat on her. And then she already has a red cap on, which is good because the helm is also really bad for her. So she's went back to the role of kind of being a little bit more of a tank character than everybody else, while also keeping her really strong attacks. As for this, though, we now have to decide if we want to give her chivalry or if we want to give her the spell fencer abilities. I'll give pros and cons to both. The pros of the knight, the chivalry, is that you keep stomp. Stomp is 1.25 times damage and doesn't take any MP to cast. However, you lose your physical defense and magic defense for 2 turns, which we haven't really been worrying about because in regular enemy fights, you just clear enemies so fast it doesn't really matter. However, that's about all we have right now for chivalry. We can get vengeance, full cover, and supercharge a little bit later, but none of those are like too crazy good. However, if you go with the spell fencer here, you get access to the sword magic, which it just imbues a weapon. Doesn't necessarily have to be a sword. So you can still exploit the fire, ice, and thunder weaknesses that you've been exploiting throughout the game. I think for now we are going to pick up spell fencer, just because we have this new piracy ability, which does just straight up double damage if we use MP, and we don't really use too much MP. I know this is going to be a little tough because now we have an MP here and an MP here, but I'm hoping the damage is actually worth it to warrant it. If we notice we just have too little MP throughout the game, we will go ahead and switch this back, but I think for now this is a really good option. She will be getting a better job, I believe, in the next chapter, which is where we will be heading towards, which will be like the final job she gets, and she'll be fully finished, and I think we'll go ahead and throw piracy on at that point if we level it up enough, but we'll just have to wait to see. As for her specialty, Adrenaline Rush. You increase your physical attack and physical defense when your HP is critically low. So unfortunately, we don't see this very often because by the time they get into critical, I'm healing them up. But if you do go into critical, probably in a boss fight, you'll increase your physical attack and physical defense by a good amount when you're in the critical spot. So we won't see it too much, but it is very, very solid. As for these two, I've been kind of going back and forth. I think we get one of their jobs in this chapter. Like White Mage for Agnès is going to be her secondary job for the rest of the game, but Ringabel still doesn't have either of the two I want to go in with him. I think we're going to be getting one in this chapter for him, though, which is going to be very, very good. And so, with that, guys, I think this is a good spot to actually go a little bit further into our special skills. The reason I wanted to wait is because we were about to use the axe on Edea, and don't worry, she will be back to a sword in her final job, but I wanted to wait so that way we didn't go too heavy into the sword already. So, let's take a look at these. In order to use these, you have to defeat enemies with just the attack action. You don't have to do anything else, just regular attack. So I think we're going to go ahead and focus on Maelstrom here. Limit Break Mark. This is what it is. Adds the Limit Break effect, but I'm assuming you can only give that to one. Yes, interesting. We'll go ahead and keep it on her axe skill, but we do need to remember that we'll have to take this off when she stops using an axe. We can increase her power by 30% already. That is insane. Unfortunately, we do not have a Slayer here. What I actually might do is make this fire damage and give the Limit Break Mark here, because we're not really using it on anything besides humans, so there's not a reason to have that. And then let's see here. Adds Dread, Paralysis, Sleep, or Silence. I'm thinking Dread or Silence are definitely the best here. Let's go ahead and give Silence. I think this is going to be really good. Actually, Paralysis might be the best. I think it's going to be really good for casters. We'll go ahead and give a little bit here. We'll make this one water damage, 30% boost with a, this Slayer doesn't really matter, so we'll just make it Beast Slayer, and then we'll make this one Paralysis as well. Again, she'll be swapping later, so we'll need to make sure we change that up a little bit later. As for you, let's check out your Piercing Bolt. This is the one I usually use because we're usually not using magic 20 times. So we'll focus on Piercing Bolt first. Let's go ahead and make this lightning damage just to have it spread around. 30% boost. Let's go ahead and make this one undead. And this one for sure will need a silence touch there. Withering Ripple, though. This one just weakens an enemy We'll give it +3 turns because there's no reason not to do that. We'll do speed down. Let's see. Probably paralysis resistance down. And then let's give you lightning resistance just because this one has lightning. There's not really a reason for it. Actually, we'll make it fire resistance just to help with Edea a little bit. You can see, again, each person has their own special list, so you do have to customize these individually. I keep thinking it's going to be left to go back, but I think it's just B. Right here, let's check out our HP recovery level 3. I would love to cure death, but I don't think that's going to be an option. We'll cure dread with this. MP recovery effect. We'll go ahead and do MP recovery 3. And unfortunately, I can't do BP yet because I'm not going to throw a limit break mark on there. And this is speed. I highly doubt I'll be using this, but we will just customize this anyways. We'll do magic attack. We'll do dread resistance, and sure, we'll just do wind resistance on that one. I'm not too worried about her abilities. And then as for you, you will eventually go back to, I think, either dagger or something else. But for now, we'll go ahead and upgrade this one because he's actually, I think, the last job we'll get in this chapter. So maximum draw. This one I'm using a little bit more. It doesn't really matter because we'll do them both. So we'll throw earth on this one. And just so I don't forget, we'll throw wind on this one again just for fun. Give you a 30% attack boost. What am I seeing? There are more beasts than anything else in this game. So we'll do that one. And then we'll do, sure, paralyzed touch. And then same for you. Pretty much the exact same thing. It's not really... I'll do undead just because, again, there's not really a reason to worry too much about. The big ones are the power boost, and then if you know what the boss is weak to, like let's say you die to a boss and just can't beat it, then you can go ahead and throw on a weakness on one of the parts. So just wanted to spend a little bit of time there. Again, the way you get that is actually through your village here. All these, hill parts, your river parts, your valley parts, and your cape parts. I think that's all the part shops. Those will actually give you the different abilities there. You can kind of see this one focuses on the slaying. This one focuses on the damage type, like the element. This one focuses on the buffs and debuffs. And then this one focuses more on the, status effects, as well as the recovery. So, yeah. And so, let's go ahead and just leave this pirate ship. Whenever you're ready, you can just leave. These aren't enemies you can fight. They're just spirits you can talk to. And you cannot come back here again, I don't think. So, whenever you're ready, just hop on out of there. I guess you can come back, but there's not really a reason to because you've already defeated the boss there. So we're just going to go ahead and head on back. Let's make sure everyone is fully healed here. I'm not too worried about any of these regular enemies we're about to fight, but we will actually make a pit stop back at the main town because I don't want to be caught off with not having enough HP here. Tiz, do you have Undead Slayer yet? I know I just checked, but I couldn't remember. He does not. On yes, honestly, we could just use Cura. This is going to do, so much damage to these guys. I'll go ahead and wait with Ringabel. And then Edea, let's go ahead and try out your new attacks as long as nobody else kills first. Tiz shouldn't kill with this. He should only kill one. Hit me with double damages. Only 348, huh? It's really not bad. I think that's about the damage she was doing with her two-handed sword. But, yeah... Oh, I used BP. Oh, because I went all out. I was like, what? How did I use BP there? We'll go ahead and do all foes again, because we are going to be going to a town. Hit them with a firewall there for 16 damage. Look at that. And there we go. That is all the enemies defeated. 45 JP. Honestly, being out here at nighttime is really solid. That's enough to get 2 level ups. Wow. I learned Provoke from that, and I got a Ripper. Oh, that was a level up and a job level. I was like, that math, is it mathing? So we'll go ahead and come back in here. Unfortunately, they don't have any new dialogue for us, so we'll just go ahead and leave. And now we have 2 options. We can go back to the city in the northeast, or we could grind a little bit. I will go ahead and go for the next dungeon. But looks like there's a new enemy here for us, a ghost. I'm sure these also die to the holy damage or the Phoenix Downs, but I don't want to do it just in case. Oh, it's definitely an undead. It will for sure die to it. I'm going to see if she has the ability to kill these imps outright. Wow, she actually can't kill an imp. That's not great. It looks like she is doing she did a little bit more damage when she was not this. Oh, I'm going to run out of MP there. Ooh. This is tough. Let's target the imp then, and let's just go ahead and start using potions or high potions on the ghosts. I know it's not the quickest way, but I mean, this does the job, you know? Let's go ahead and cure this ghost, and then cure this ghost, and then I guess we'll just attack here. Ringabel, I literally can't wait with you, so just do normal attack. There we go, get rid of the imp. I believe, yeah, that is doing damage because it's white, not green. He did 122 because he crit. That's insane. Wow, not enough to kill, huh? Okay. Well, the good news is Ringabel can probably get rid of them. We to fire, so we'll go ahead and fire at both. Stop casting fear on me, man. And how much? 461, huh? Let's just throw a Cura at him and call it a day there. Please let me make it all the way back to town. I am struggling on MP right now. It's weird. This is like the longest night I think I've had in a long time. More ghosts. Wow. Okay. I could just kill them all with Phoenix Downs, but that's a bad idea. We'll just do normal attacks here. I don't see any other, like, easier way to do this. We're almost to town, so let's just go ahead and do this. All foes. All foes. And all foes. Ringabel, you'll wait because you're my backup, and then I really should just use double damage. She can use double damage a good amount of times here. We'll just do normal attacks because we do have to get that to get her ability there. They're all defaulting here, so this is going to be close. I don't think those curses are landing. Oh no, they just decrease your physical attack. Got it. Wow, her damage really decreased. It's okay. Again, this is a little bit of what I expected. She's supposed to be using it, the elemental weaknesses as well, so I'm not too concerned with it. And she learns the abilities she needs to learn, like Shell Split there, which will reduce the physical attack, or physical defense, which will actually let me deal more damage with her. Why did this add an increased rate? No, it's 100. Please let me make it. And there we go. Probably just barely. We do have some new people we can pick up here. Hello and hello. I would love to hit this bed real quick. I'm also going to go ahead and check my town's equipment in hopes that there's a better axe there. Because again, I want to use the axe. Oh.
Can't sleep, huh?
Oh, it's just... I've had a few restless nights lately.
For a while, no?
Huh?
Ever since we've been traveling together, you've been like this. You haven't slept well in a while, have you?
You noticed?
Any idea why? There must be a reason for it.
There is, actually.
And you're just not going to share Tiz? Okay. Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh, there's my new pal bot. Okay. I can go straight to the game corner. Hold on. I'm actually curious. If I... Does this, like... Oh, you know, it just takes me into here. You still can't buy anything. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to take the, grab the Joy-Con so I go into mouse mode. I was curious if there's a new minigame here. But there's not. But there's also not a reason to play this without being able to go back to, go back to that other city to actually spend the rewards, so. Let me go check the equipment I can buy. Is there the grind? Oh my gosh. 40,000, 62,000. I need so much money, guys. We're getting to the time where I just need to start grinding. That's insane. 62,000. Oh my gosh, and it's so much better. Like, it's crazy how much better that is, actually. Wow. I mean, but there's no way I pick that up, especially with the axe being temporary. There's just no way for me to pick that up right now. I think there's definitely a way to grind money. I don't know if I can grind it yet. But a really easy way is just to throw merchant on one character and grind whatever enemies are nearby. You'll be able to get like a ton of money real quick. I wanted to check here. Looks like it decreases our physical defense. So I actually won't throw that on. I was looking to see if there's anything better for Edea there, but looks like this is about the best I can get unless I want to go grind a whole bunch of cash with a merchant, which again isn't a bad idea. I think I'll just wait a little bit longer, at least till once we get into our final forms and I can see what weapons I'll need. Then I might go back and pick up some of those like high tier weapons from our base. The game definitely does not expect you to like have this unlocked already, because that's insane how much that costs. Let's go ahead and do normal attacks here. I could show off Shell Split, but I think it'll be better to show off in a boss fight or stronger enemies, not just these sand beetles here. She just barely leaves him standing, man. That's so sad. Doesn't I just have to come in here and do a single Blizzara and I think it'll kill? But she used to deal so much. It might be worth just looking at what every creature's weak to and just using it on the pirate. Which is crazy, because if I go back to jobs, I'm curious. Does her strength get better if I switch her back to Spell Fencer? No, her strength gets lower. I wonder if it's just the weapon she had was better. If this sword just has a naturally stronger damage, because I don't think you can view just straight up sword stats. I think it's just the stats that the character would have if it's equipped. Because that's almost definitely why it's a little bit weaker right now. The sword's just better. I'm thinking those pillar things that you can see, because I just saw one in the top of where we're at right now. I'm thinking that probably is fast travel points a little bit later. This time, let's go ahead and try the Blizzara method. Throw it on Edea, then have her attack 3 times. See if I actually do more damage with this than I would have otherwise. Well, when he crits, it's going to be a little harder to tell, but 831... So that's what, 18? That's a little bit more than we would have done. Not too much, but a little bit more than we would have done with normal attacks there. It gets to Ranger level 9. This is crazy, because I actually don't want to keep him on Ranger. Like, it's really good, but there's no way. Let me go check his job experience. There's no way yeah, he's going to get 3,500. Undead and Demon are right there. I'm not going to be able to get it. And the only other job I would switch him back to at this point is Monk. But a physical attack plus 10 is pretty good. But he would lose. Would he lose a lot, actually? The problem is I don't think I have any more knuckles that are worth it. And this Angel Bow just does... Yeah, I don't have any knuckles, and the Angel Bow does so much damage. So, don't think we're going to be picking that up anytime soon. This is just going to be telling me that the village population increased by 2. No worries. And so with that, guys, we're right outside of the next dungeon, and I think this is a good place to wind things down. I was hoping we'd be able to get to it, but finding that ship just took a little bit longer than I thought it would, and this is a pretty sizable dungeon that'll probably take up at least the majority of next episode, so I'll just hold off until then. I will see you guys in the next one.